Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney. Brent is off today, but I have a partner on the phone here. Drew Gaffney is on the phone ready to talk about Burwell and Broken Bow livestock. Good morning, Drew. How you doing?
Good morning. How are you?
Well, not too darn bad after all this rain. Are people smiling out there a little bit?
Yeah, I think you always hear about that term, the $1 million rain. I think this is probably a $2 million rain.
Boy, oh boy, I think you're right. I had another 90 hundredths in the rain gauge this morning, and 234 at the end of April or going into May here, and I've heard of over 3 on that first shot. So whatever we got out there, it sure is soaking in nice.
Yeah, it is. Much welcome. So.
All right, so the grass is going to grow. People are smiling. How's the livestock business?
Pretty good. Last week in Broken Bow and Burwell, we had big weigh-up sales in both barns and had heifer pairs and bred cow pairs, bred cows, older cow pairs on offer in both barns. That's kind of how we operated. In the slaughter market, we call that slaughter market steady to $2 lower from the previous week. Top cows were 82 to 87. Those medium type cows were 68 to 78. Those low yielding cows were 59 to 65, and then the bull market was 97 to $1.16. Had right at 992 weigh-up cows come through the ring there in Broken Bow on Thursday. In the heifer pair division in Broken Bow on Thursday, we had some heifer pairs bring 2,050. We had some solid mouth and older pairs bring 1,350 to 1,650. And then in the bred cow division, we had some solid mouth and older bred cows bringing anywhere from 1,100 to 1,350. Burwell on Friday called that market pretty much steady there as well. We had some heifer pairs bring 2,200. Had some other heifer pairs bring right at 2,075. Had some solid mouth cows at anywhere from 1,375 up to 1,675, and we had some solid mouth and older bred cows hovering right around that 1,300. She called that market pretty well steady. This week, no sale in Broken Bow on Thursday. We've got the Custer County track meet on Thursday, and due to parking issues and employees wanting to go watch the track meet, we are going to have no sale on this Thursday. So try to either bring those weigh-ups to Burwell on Friday or hold them off for a week if you could, please. In Burwell on Friday, going to have a big weigh-up sale, and then we got a big calf and yearling sale. Kind of give you a little rundown on how we're going to operate there. In the calf division, we've got 190 black, white, fake steers and heifers. They're going to be with 575 to 700 pounds. They come from Jared and Galen Beck. And we got 75 head of red and black steers weighing 8.5 to 950 coming from Bowles Creek Ranch. We got 50 head of black steers and heifers weighing 8 to 9 coming from Craig Struckman. We got 40 head of black, a few black baldy steers and heifers weighing 550 to 575 coming from Roger and Jeanette Krause. We got 35 mostly black, a few red steers and heifers. Going to be fancy set Angus Galway Balancer cross calves 650 to 750 coming from Randy Fiorelli. And we got 25 head of red heifers weighing 6 to 6.5 coming from Alvin and Inger Sherbeck. And 18 head of steers and heifers, black baldies weighing 6.5 come from Tony and Corky and Colt Fox. And then the fall calves, we got 490 coming Char cross steers and heifers weighing 6.5, 7.5 come from J&B Bartok cattle. We got 250 head of black Angus steers and heifers weighing 575 to 700 pounds come from Kyle and Gina Cantrell. Got 170 black, white face steers and heifers weighing 5.25 to 6 coming from Circle A cattle. And we got 100 head of black and a few black, white face steers and heifers weighing 5.5 to 700 coming from Stout and Packard. And we got 90 head of black, white face steers and heifers. The heifers have all been spayed, weighing 600 pounds, home raised and green, come from McFadden Cattle Company. And we got 80 head of black Char cross steers and heifers weighing 550 to 650, non-implanted, lean, come from Ken and Jason, Justin Meister. And we got 50 head of black steers and heifers weighing 5.5 to 6.5, come from Kayla and Elena Jensen. And then we got calves coming from Morgan Mogeson and Mike and Barry Pospichel, Mark and Marion Nutter and Justin Gill, and that list has really been added on to in the last 2 days. Got any questions, give me a call, 308-872-1105. Just whatever they call 303. And once again, just want to let everybody know, no sale this Thursday in Broken Bow. Everybody come out and enjoy the Custer County track meet, and hopefully it's a good day.
All right, Drew, thanks a lot. Have the great rest of your week, and we'll look forward to talking to you again real soon.
All right, thanks, Dave.
Take care. All right, 6:37 is your time, and that report coming in, of course, all about the Burwell and Broken Bow livestock barns busy, but there will not be, as you heard Drew say, a sale this Thursday because there's a big track meet and a lot going on, so they're going to move aside and make room for everybody. So thank you very much for that. This is Beef Month, and we do have a Beef Month giveaway. And I was reading this yesterday, and I see where it's going to be all on the breakfast show. So this is how it's going to work. I didn't read it carefully. I thought maybe it was going to be like some of our other promotions, but this is a breakfast show only. So when you hear the Meat and Potato Man song by Alan Jackson through this month, we'll play it randomly here on the breakfast show. When you hear that song, we'll give you a chance to get entered to win the Beef Month giveaway, which is an 8-pound prime rib roast and 2 750-milliliter bottles of wine. We'll be having the drawing on May 31st, but you must be at least 21 years old and able to pick up your prize at our studios. Big thank you to Agland ATV in Broken Bow, your local Polaris dealer, Power Solutions of Broken Bow, your local Vermeer dealer, and big repair shop out there on the east edge of Broken Bow. Chapin's Furniture here in town, so much more than a furniture store. Go inside, you will not believe it. The Quilting Shack in Broken Bow, featuring hobbies, crafts, quilting, fabric, and more. And the Grocery Cart in Broken Bow, open 7 days a week for your convenience. And looks like maybe we got some more sponsors hopping on this a little bit later on. So be sure and listen throughout the month of May. We'll be giving you a chance to win that prize. All you got to do is listen for Alan Jackson's Meat and Potato Man right here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Well, let's play the game, shall we, and see if we can get a winner today. It's Tumbleweed Day today, and while we're talking about that, I think I have a note here for the tumbleweed. Yes, I do. And let's just tell you that the tumbleweed will be closed Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this weekend. Carmen and Anson plan to celebrate this weekend with Sawyer and his friends as they graduate from high school, and they'll be serving their delicious home-cooked specials again on Monday. Now, they don't do this hardly ever, but I think most of us know the importance of being able to spend time with family. Your child only graduates out of high school one time, so we all understand Carmen and Anson and congratulate Sawyer and everybody and his friends on graduation. So Tumbleweed will be closed Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, May 6th, 7th, and 8th, to celebrate the weekend. And by the way, it's Mother's Day this weekend, and if anybody deserves Sunday off for Mother's Day, it's Carmen. So they'll be enjoying that too, I'm sure. And again, they'll be serving their delicious home-cooked specials again on Monday. So just wanted to let you know that. In the meantime, we want to give away a tumbleweed meal today, and we do that through trivia. So let's see what we have here for questions. Broken Bow Library helping bring those to us through Joan Burney, who loves to put together the trivia for us. So thank you, Joan. The May questions are Mystery Month. So let's see how you do with these trivia questions about fictional detectives. Okay. Starring Jim Carrey, which was a 1994 comedy detective film featuring a goofy detective who searches for a football team's missing dolphin mascot. Okay. Who was Jim Carrey portraying in the 1994 comedy Goofy Detective who searched for a football team's missing dolphin mascot? Was it Camouflage, The Cheap Detective, No Clue, or Ace Ventura, Pet Detective? Call us at 872-2801 and get yourself a tumbleweed meal, 872-2801.
Carmen and the crew at the Tumbleweed have enjoyed watching the seniors of 2022 grow as they frequently visited the cafe. It goes without saying this is a special class to Carmen and Anson, and they plan to enjoy the weekend of graduation festivities with Sawyer and his friends. The Tumbleweed Cafe will be closed May 6th, 7th, and 8th. They'll be serving their delicious home-cooked specials again on Monday, so enjoy the weekend, seniors, and good luck with your next chapter in life.
All right, there, that's the announcement again there for you, so keep that in mind for the weekend. The answer to the question, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, Jim Carrey from 1994. Good to have you along. Here's some music for you from Don Henley.
Skills for Caregivers, May 26th at 2 p.m. at the Broken Bow Library. Learn instruction on fall prevention, transfer training, positioning tips, lifting techniques, and more. Attend whether you're a full-time caregiver, have a grandparent living with you, or simply want to learn how to keep your loved one and yourself safe. To RSVP, call Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 or go to pearsonpt.com.
You've been asking, and it's happening. The Kahuna is back at the Bonfire Grill and Pub in Broken Bow every Wednesday. Swing by anytime on Wednesdays and get a ticket, then come back at 6 for the drawing. You must be present to win. If your ticket is drawn, you choose one of 3 envelopes containing $100 cash, a chef's dinner giveaway, your choice of a meal prepared by the bonfire, given only once monthly, or a gift certificate. If the cash isn't taken, it adds up and increases for the next week. Join in on the fun, the Kahuna Drawing, every Wednesday at the Bonfire Grill and Pub in Broken Bow.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
My day starts right.
With Dave and Brent.
Well, right now it's Dave and Logan. How you doing, Logan?
I'm doing good.
Arrow seed will be our subject here this morning as we received well over 3 inches of rainfall going into this month of May. And boy, oh boy, that's got to make the gardeners out there kind of itchy to get in there and dig around. But it was 31 degrees this morning.
Yeah, still a little bit on the cool side.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
You were talking soil temperatures before. We haven't warmed things up much, but at least we put some water into the ground, so when it warms up, things should go.
It should. Right now is perfect time to get some oats in the ground. Well, maybe not. Maybe not right this exact
right.
Man, it might be a little bit muddy.
Yeah.
But there'll still be plenty of moisture once the top few inches does dry out a little bit.
Yeah. Be nice if we could dry out just a little bit, get it in, and then douse it with a little more rain, right?
It would be perfect.
Well, I was listening this morning, and of course it's so much different in other parts of the country. Brownfield Network this morning, a lot of it was about farmers to the east of us in different places who have been wetter are not able to get in, and so they're kind of getting itchy about we're late getting in, and there's something like 14% of the corn crop in.
Mm-hmm.
And here, I don't even think we've even hardly thought about it because of the dry weather we had and the cold weather we've been having, but we're headed in the right direction.
We are.
Yeah.
We are. It'll warm up eventually.
Yes. Like a lot of springs here are very short.
Yes.
We go right into summer.
Yes. So far we've been pretty lucky though.
We have.
But we haven't really had spring-like temperatures. It's still been winter-like temperatures.
Yeah, we get a day here and there, and as you mentioned, that doesn't really do much for the soil temperature, and our nights have been still cool. So yeah. Well, I've been listening to you. Can you tell?
I can, and I'm grateful for that.
Good. So what do you have on your list today? What do you want to talk about?
I do want to start off by saying our greenhouse is open.
Okay.
So that's a pretty slim pickings right now. Not a whole lot of stuff in there, but there are some flowers and vegetables. So
all right, you're getting started.
We are. We should be getting stocked to the gills probably towards the end of this week if it warms up.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
and of course, you have the wonderful bulk seed that if you want to come in and start shopping for seed, you can do that anytime, right?
Yes. And I know garden seed, once we're out of certain stuff, I'm probably not going to be able to get more. What I got was what I could get.
Mm-hmm.
Same way with the onion plants that we've got in. Those are the sweet onions, the ones that get big.
Right. The great big ones.
Yes, the ones you can eat like an apple.
There you go.
And with those, I got what I could get.
Okay.
So if you're looking to plant some of those, I've still got quite a bit left. But with the way this weather's been, as soon as it starts warming up and drying out, that will probably be gone pretty quick.
It'll go fast. Radishes and all those sorts of things as far as seed goes, and those seems like those are what we like to experiment with sometimes, is to stick some radishes in there. And
yeah, absolutely. Why not?
Okay.
So
got some of that, of course.
Yep, we've got the radishes, peas, beans, corn. I've got the whole garden variety selection.
Does anybody plant turnips anymore?
Yeah, there's a fair amount of people that do.
Are there? Yeah. I know they use them for cattle feed now out in the fields.
You plant them out in out in the fields for a cover crop and graze cattle on them.
Yeah, but you can raise turnips in the garden. I like them raw.
Mm-hmm.
I like them raw better than cooked. How about you?
Yeah. There's something about that crunch.
Yeah, yeah. And the heartburn you get after you eat one.
That too. That usually happens with radishes with me.
Yeah, radishes will do it too.
So
it's all worth it though.
It is, absolutely. So yeah, we've still got potatoes left too.
All right.
So if you didn't get your potatoes in on Good Friday, which was a couple weeks ago, we've still got some you can get in the ground.
And the way the weather's been, you're okay with that, right?
Yeah. I hate to say it, but I think the people that probably put them in on Good Friday are gonna maybe have to replant after they've frozen thawed.
Yeah. Well, let me stop you for a moment. We talked before we went on the air here. I had to scrape some darn heavy ice off the windshield this morning. In fact, it was kind of hard to get off there, and it was all over the side of the car. And I imagine most people, if they have a vehicle sitting outside, are doing the same thing this morning. That's a pretty hard freeze for our trees and so forth out there.
Yeah, I think it's going to delay some things that have already been delayed. You know, lawns look like garbage right now.
They do, don't they?
You know, there's no way around that, but things are just so slow waking up.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't remember in my lifetime anyway a month of April that we've had that many nights in the 20s.
Yeah. It shows, as you
know,
said.
That just makes things not really want to
do anything.
Do a whole lot.
I will say this, and I'm not just saying this because Brent's not here, but I will say our yard's greener than his yard.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but just wanted to note that.
Yeah, it could be the variety of grass you have planted.
Oh, okay.
Because I know, so fescue will take off a little bit earlier in the spring than bluegrass or ryegrass. So
I actually think I have a couple of varieties in the old yard. It's been established, many years ago. But I made a mistake once. Maybe you can talk about this a little bit if you don't mind.
Okay.
I had a patch. We took out some bushes, and then there was a patch where the grass wasn't growing very well around the bushes and where the bushes were. So I went and got some seed. I thought I'll just seed that in. Well, I got a different type of seed than what the rest of the lawn is, and it shows. I mean,
you can tell right where you planted it.
Yeah. Yep. It's doing okay, but it just doesn't really match up with the rest of the yard.
Yep. If you've got a bluegrass lawn and you plant fescue into it, or vice versa, it'll definitely show.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I suppose I could replant, but I'm okay with it. But it's just something to think about. Make sure you get the right seed for the lawn you already have.
Exactly. Or if you want to redo the whole thing, we've got a mix of fescue, bluegrass, and ryegrass.
Okay.
So if you've got some spots of fescue already in your lawn, but you've also got some bluegrass, if you overseed it or interseed it with our DuraTurf Plus 2 product, it'll blend everything together.
That's a good idea. Then you really can't make a big mistake.
Exactly. Then it doesn't matter what you throw out there. It'll all look the same.
How, with everything, I know this is a different year, but if people want to go out there and fill in some holes or they want to replant a yard, what's our time schedule there? And then the fertilizer and so forth regiment with that. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so if you're going to replant, you've probably still got another 2, maybe 3 weeks.
Okay.
It's still so cold that not a lot's probably going to sprout right now anyway. Soil temps in probably the upper 40s right now just aren't very appealing to getting stuff to sprout.
Right.
But I mean, you can throw it out there and it'll grow when it grows.
As long as it's not going to be there long enough to rot or spoil.
No. I mean, we're not talking. It's not going to be there for months on end.
Right.
It'll be there for a few days, maybe a couple weeks.
Yeah.
We just need it to warm up at night. That's the biggest thing.
And then make sure, I'm going to repeat what you've taught us here, make sure that you haven't put something on the yard that will prevent that seed from actually sprouting and coming up, right?
Yes, so make sure you have not applied a pre-emergent fertilizer or a pre-emergent herbicide, because that will effectively keep the grass seed from emerging.
Another lesson I learned.
It'll sprout, but it doesn't sprout long enough to emerge. That's why it's called a pre-emergent.
Okay.
So the seeds have to sprout, but then the herbicide gets them before they can actually grow.
Okay.
So it kills the plant after it sprouts, but before you see any above ground growth.
Before it comes up.
Yep.
All right. And then if you get it all done correctly, then, or you have a yard that's looking a little tough, even in this year, it's hard to tell right now, but a lot of years, hey, my yard needs a little help. You've got your step programs you can offer.
Yeah, and we're on the first step right now, which is the pre-emergent with fertilizer. And there again, that window is elongated a little bit this year. Mm-hmm. Usually we try to have it on a couple weeks ago, but crabgrass isn't even thinking about doing anything right now.
One of the things too, I know there's services out there that use liquid and spray and so forth, and that's fine. The one thing that you have with Arrow Seed, probably more than one thing, but one of the big things is you have control. If you're getting ready to fill in some spots this year, it might be a good year to just put on some fertilizer rather than something that would prevent it.
And we've got starter fertilizer. Which is just a good dose of starter fertilizer.
Yeah.
So it helps things get going.
Which will help rather than, yeah. Okay.
Yep. So, and there are some pre-emergent herbicides that you can use on new seedings. That's a little bit costly for just a one-time deal. So.
All right. You mind switching to bugs?
I can.
I like your bug killer that you have is the best around, and I don't know if you've noticed this, with all the cold weather we've had and the cold nights, going down the highway, it tells you it could be a buggy season because there's these bugs that hit the windshield and you can't even get them off. They're these sticky type of bugs.
That's just it. I found a box elder bug and a spider in my house the other day, and I was like, where did you guys come from?
What are you doing here?
Because it's been so cold at night, you wouldn't think that anything would survive, especially a little bug like that.
I've actually, when we were over at Callaway, the walkathon, it was a warm day, and unusually one of those one days we were talking about. And next thing you know, and they had killed the flies inside the press box. When they closed up in the fall, they sprayed it, and there was a lot of good dead flies there that they taken care of. I'll be darned, when it warmed up, here comes some flies flying around your head outside on the football field. Mm-hmm. So this could be an extra buggy season. I know you guys can help with that.
Yep. So we've got a product called Tempo, and a little bit goes a long ways, but it's really, really, really safe and super effective. So except for ants, it'll work on ants, but they have little antibodies that makes them a little bit more immune.
Thus antibodies. I knew you was going to slip one in there somewhere. All right. So, folks, it does have a pretty good price tag on it, but you put like a little teeny bit in water.
And the residual is amazing.
Yeah.
It's labeled for use in industrial kitchens. So that just goes to show you how safe it is. They don't just put that label on anything if it wasn't safe.
So really, that's an indoor-outdoor. I mean, you can
spray your whole lawn with it for mosquitoes.
You could.
You can spray shrubs. It's safe and effective on about anything.
Or you could put it around the corner of a room. Too, if you had, especially a walk-in porch or something where the bugs get in a little easier. So it's worth the price. I'll raise my hand to that. It really works. So
it is. There are some restrictions on it though, so you can't spray it in corners because it's too hot. Because it's actually 90 degrees in corners.
I almost didn't follow you there on that one. You did not disappoint.
So, but no, you can spray it pretty much anywhere. I would suggest not spraying it around a garden, however.
Really?
It will kill pollinating. It'll kill everything as far as insects go. So usually most bugs are beneficial in your garden because they pollinate the various crops, and without pollination on a lot of stuff, you don't get fruit. Without fruit, you don't really have a garden.
No, you just planted something and nothing's going to come up.
Yep.
Or it'll come up, but you don't get the good results. So, all right.
So I made that mistake on some flowers before.
Again, we learn as we go.
We do. I didn't spray it directly on the flowers. I had a good milkweed patch in my front yard, and I sprayed around kind of on the curb area, kind of by the mailbox, and those wildflowers that I had planted there did not produce any seed. They flowered for a little bit, but they didn't have any insects to help them out.
Finish the job.
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Anything else you wanted to add before?
I will say we got all of our grills back in stock.
Oh, good.
In time for grilling season. So
good. And you have, well, different sizes and different types?
We do. So we've got the small ones, which are an Masterbuilt 560 charcoal grill. But they're a charcoal grill that you can use as a smoker as well, and I've done that a lot on mine. And then we've got the middle-sized, which is the 800, and that one actually comes with a griddle attachment, so you can be your own hibachi chef.
Yeah.
It's like a Blackstone grill, or Blackstone griddle, but you can take that griddle off and use it as a grill or a smoker as well. And then we've got the 1050, which is the big dog. That's 1,050 square inches of cooking area.
That makes Logan smile, folks.
It does. It does. It's a lot of hamburgers, lots of good steaks. I've done an entire turkey on it. So I've smoked an entire turkey. I've also done, I think I got either 4 or 6 racks of ribs on that 1050. So
right. That's the primo big size.
It is.
You can fit it to your needs.
Yep. Okay. And we've got the lump charcoal. The cool thing with the lump charcoal versus the briquettes is that lump charcoal will burn hotter, so you don't have to use quite as much of it if you need to have a really hot grill. It works in any charcoal grill, but it gives you that ultimate charcoal flavor.
Yeah, good flavor.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we've got that in. We've also got the wood chunks. So we've got hickory, apple, and maple wood chunks, and those are like the big, like the splits that last. You only throw 1 or 2 in, and that'll last a long time if you're smoking.
All right.
So,
and while you're there looking over the grills, don't forget to look at what's on the shelves that Becky brings in. Tend to the birds with some of those things, decorating the yard and the garden, and all those things you'll want to check out.
Yeah, Becky's done a great job bringing that product line in. The mailbox wraps, the garden flags, wind spinners, wind chimes. I mean, she's done a great job.
Well, she has good taste in that area.
She does. I can't take any credit for it, unfortunately.
You've tried.
I have, and it has not worked. Nobody will believe me.
I don't know why.
It's weird. But yeah, so come on in and take a look at all that stuff.
Okay.
Our name is Arrow Seed, but we do so much more than seed.
A lot more. Don't have time to talk about it today, but there'll be some fencing needs out there. Maybe separate those pastures up a little bit. Come and talk to Logan about that. Got all the fencing that you'll need on the electric side.
Yeah, we can get you covered. It's a wide variety of stuff that we have to offer.
It is. Thank you, Logan.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah, you bet. Man, you look really shaved good today. I bet Brent probably is not.
Probably not.
Probably not. Thanks. News is next on The Breakfast Show.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report. Protests at the Supreme Court over a leaked report that may indicate justices are ready to overturn Roe v. Wade.
Stand up, my body! Stand
Politico has published the leak of what's reported to be a draft opinion from February. Correspondent Ed O'Keefe on the response from House Speaker Pelosi and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer.
Saying together in part that several of these conservative justices have lied to the U.S. Senate, ripped up the Constitution, and defiled both precedent and the Supreme Court's reputation.
Randall Terry, founder of Operation Rescue, says it's just the beginning.
We know that California and Illinois and New York will be holdouts, but at some point we will prevail and make it a crime in all 50 states.
Ramifications of the leak, Jeff Rosen at the National Constitution Center.
Its significance for the court's legitimacy is impossible to overstate.
CBS News Special Report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Here's a look at Nebraska news from the Associated Press and News Channel Nebraska. I'm Dave Burney reporting. A southeastern Nebraska police officer shot and wounded a man in a confrontation in which police say the man yelled he had a gun and reached for his waistband. That's according to officials. The shooting happened late Saturday night following a high-speed chase in Gage County. Beatrice Police Chief Bruce Lang said the incident started when a Gage County Sheriff's deputy tried to pull the man's car over, and a chase of more than 100 miles per hour at times ensued. Once police disabled the vehicle, the driver fled on foot. He was later confronted by a police officer from Beatrice who said the man yelled that he had a gun. An officer tried unsuccessfully to use a stun gun on the man. When the man reached into his waistband, an officer fired several shots, hitting the man several times. The man was taken to a Lincoln hospital, and police said he was in critical but stable condition. No gun was found on the man after the shooting, according to police. Police have not released the name of the man or the officer who shot him. The Nebraska State Patrol is investigating the shooting. The Nebraska State Patrol said that troopers made an arrest in connection to locating more than 300 pounds of weed during a traffic stop on I-80 over the weekend. Authorities said that around 11:40 a.m. Saturday, a trooper saw a Chrysler Pacifica following another vehicle too closely on I-80 near Giltner. The patrol said that during the traffic stop, one of the canines detected the presence of a controlled substance inside the car. Officials said that a search of the vehicle revealed 362 pounds of marijuana. A 38-year-old California man was arrested for possession of marijuana, more than a pound, delivery of controlled substance, and no drug tax stamp. The man was lodged in Hamilton County Jail. That's Nebraska News.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In the NBA playoffs second-round action, we had two series opening games. The Heat beat the 76ers 106-92. Tyler Hero off the bench led Miami with 25 points. Bam Adebayo added 24 points and pulled down 12 rebounds. Philadelphia had to play without star Joel Embiid due to injury. He's expected to miss game 2 as well. Tobias Harris led Philadelphia with 27 points. James Harden had 16 points in the loss. Miami with a 1-0 series lead. Suns never trailed against the Mavericks in a 121-114 victory. DeAndre Ayton had 25 points. Devin Booker 23 points for Phoenix, as 6 players scored in double digits for the Suns, including all 5 starters. Dallas star Luka Doncic 45 points and 12 rebounds in the win. Phoenix, though, grabs the 1-0 series advantage. Opening night of the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs, the Maple Leafs roll over the Lightning 5-0. Austin Matthews, 2 goals for Toronto. Blues shut off the Wild in Minnesota 4-0. Kings get by the Oilers 4-3, and the Hurricanes beat the Bruins 5-1.
Here's your Weatherology Forecast. For today, we'll see some partial sunshine developing with highs working up into the upper 50s. Then for tonight, partly to mostly cloudy, a slight chance for a late night shower, a low of 39. Rain then likely on Wednesday, possibly some thunder showers as well with mid-50s for high temperatures. And rain looks to continue right into your Thursday coming up with a high temperature of 59 degrees. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
Do you know what people see when they Google you? Search engines don't always get it right, and when they're wrong, it's your reputation on the line. So what do you do when you don't agree with your search results? Call Reputation Defender at 800-401-6681. Reputation Defender is one of the most trusted names in online reputation repair. We have over a decade of experience in fixing people's search results, and we can help you too. Using cutting-edge approaches, Reputation Defender pushes unflattering information down to lower pages of your search results, where few people ever look. We also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, letting you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. You owe it to yourself to take control with Reputation Defender. Visit www.reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 for free advice on your situation. That's 800-401-6681.
Currently 35 degrees here at Broken Bow, but more cloud cover now than early this morning. We were seeing all kinds of stars and clear sky earlier, and it really got cooled down due to that. But now we've got cloud cover, and it's pretty dark out there again. Right now, winds are out of the north, but light, which is good. Barometric pressure continues to rise now at 30.08, humidity at 95%. High yesterday, 39 here at the studios, 40 out at the airport, an overnight low here of 31 degrees. Sun set today at 8:37, sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:32. So here's the numbers on the rain. From 7 o'clock yesterday to 7 o'clock this morning, we recorded 78 hundredths precipitation, which is very good. We already had some in the gauge, and so we're at 90 hundredths for the month already here on the 3rd day of May. The other good news is we had 2 inches and 34 hundredths precipitation that we measured up last day going into the 1st of the month. So the 234 on the record remains in April. So April didn't stay dry. We ended up with the 234. The bottom line here is we've gotten 3 inches and 24 hundredths precipitation since the rain finally broke loose last Friday. So that's the good news. 3 inches and 24 hundredths from all the rain that we've had since last Friday at about 7 o'clock. It started raining, and it's been nice kind of rains too, Jeremy.
Yeah, and it kind of throws the numbers off for April a little bit, having it be the last day.
Yeah.
You know, you look back, a couple of years from now, you'd be like, oh, April wasn't that? Yeah, well, we had to wait till the last day.
Yeah, it was. It was the very last day.
Those big snowflakes were kind of cool too. When they instantly melt when they hit the ground because it's warm enough. That's nice. Then they're even more beautiful because I know I'm not going to have to scoop them later.
Yeah, no scooping and really soaking in.
Yes.
That was just right because it already had been nice and slow rain, and then those big old flakes melted when they hit the ground. And so this last 90 hundredths, for the most part, really soaking nicely. So
felt really good to turn my sprinkler system off to not run this morning.
Yeah, it shouldn't have to run for a while, and there's some more rain in the forecast. So I think everybody's feeling a little bit better about things than they were all of April and actually the last 3-4 months, if you want to look at it that way. Don't want to get too confident, though, because we know Mother Nature can do whatever she wants to do, and they're still talking about maybe a dry pattern this summer, but this certainly saves the day to get things started. And we'll now hope for a little sunshine along the way. Looks like the forecast isn't too bad going into the weekend, and we have a lot of graduations coming up, Mother's Day. So it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be, reasonable. So it looks like we got some good weather to look forward to as far as those celebrations goes. Most everybody, I think, have, don't roll the dice like we used to. We used to have a lot of the gatherings outside, but you just never know anymore. And so often now graduates group up and do 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 all in one place, and so it's just better to be inside. So but anyway, good weekend ahead of us here with graduations and Mother's Day, 2 very important events. Birthdays today, Jeremy. I didn't get to those in the first half hour. Locally, Margaret Price is having a birthday today. Natalie Klebb, Lena Peterson celebrating birthdays, and Brad Bartok celebrating a birthday today, along with Tara Trump. Happy birthday to you. And if you're having a birthday today, your celebrity birthdays that you compare to, Eric Church is 45 today, country singer.
Cool.
And Christina Hendricks, 47, plays Joan Harris in The Mad Men, which was a series which was very successful. She's now in a series called Good Girls.
Oh, okay.
You know that one?
Yeah, watching that currently.
Oh, are you?
Good. Yeah.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
Christopher Cross is 71 today. Pop singer, had several hits in the 80s. Brent would probably know those better than you and I.
Exactly.
Greg Gumbel,
Mm-hmm.
CBS sportscaster, 76 years old today.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's maybe about 20 years more than I thought he would have on him.
Yeah. Well, his brother was ahead of him, as you remember, is Brian, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of broke the ice, and Greg then came along. Greg is the first African-American announcer to call play-by-play of a major sports championship, which was a Super Bowl in 2001. So he broke his own ground there. Frankie Valli is a crooner that a lot of people remember, Jersey boy, pop icon, who fronted the Four Seasons for decades, had several solo hits of his own. Frankie Valli is 88 today.
Wow.
So those are some celebrity birthdays. If you're having a birthday today, happy birthday. Jeremy.
Yes.
Did you hear about Mike Tyson whacking on a guy in an airplane here a while back because the guy threw a container at him and hit him in the head?
I did hear about that. I saw the video, too.
You saw it?
Yeah.
What'd you think of it?
I thought if you mess with the bull, you get the horns. You know, I don't think you can expect to do something like that to Mike Tyson and get away with it.
Well, I think that that's true, and why would you, as just a regular citizen who doesn't have martial arts or boxing skills, risk the chance, also knowing that he has a temper and he bit a guy's ear off in a boxing match? And he's had other incidents that would tell you he has a bit of a temper, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think in fairness to him, he probably endures things that would upset a lot of us.
Well, in today's world, people will do things just for the sheer interest of it. You know, they won't even have a problem with someone. They'll just do it knowing that someone's going to video it and they could become famous off of it.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of people that become famous for doing pretty dumb things these days. So maybe this guy was thinking, hey,
I'll
get pummeled once by Mike Tyson. That's my ticket to fame.
They'll know who I am.
Yeah.
Well, you could be right, because a video shows another fan making Tyson mad. You know, getting him upset. First, there was a guy on the plane last week who threw the bottle, or allegedly threw the bottle, at the former heavyweight. And then, over the weekend in Vegas, a woman thought it would be a good idea. It's hard to read this. Would be a good idea to stick her finger in Mike's nose while he was posing for a picture. Mm-hmm. Lucky for her, he just told her off. The video's going viral after another warning, don't mess with Mike. Now, you might be right, because does this lady think, I'm going to go up and stick my finger up Mike Tyson's nose and that's going to get me a viral video and I'll make lots of money? Or
could be.
Gosh. Well, first of all, I wouldn't want to stick my finger up Mike Tyson's nose anyway.
You might not get that finger back, let's be honest. It's way too close to his mouth, which has been known to bite off body parts.
There could be ear chunks in there. We'll be back after these words.
Spring cleaning applies to a lot more than just that junk drawer you've been avoiding for years. Refresh your checking account and upgrade to Premier Checking, the Bruning Bank account that rewards you for your everyday banking habits. Whether you currently have an account with us or not, setup is quick and easy. While you're cleaning up your banking, go ahead and explore the My Card feature on our mobile banking app. You can manage your debit card with one click and explore all the possibilities available to you. Learn more at bruningbank.com. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
It's that time of the year. Time to celebrate the graduates and the mothers. Varney Health Mart in Broken Bow has wonderful gifts you can give, including a great selection of Montana Silversmith jewelry that they just received in, bubble baths, and lots of other self-care items for mom. Of course, they have a perfect card to go with your gift, too. Gifts are 20% off this week, and don't forget they offer complimentary gift wrapping, too. at Varney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
We have a lot of fun here at KCNI KBBN Radio. So much so that a question we get a lot is, do you guys actually work out there? Well, yes, we do, while having fun. This is Jeremy, station manager at KCNI KBBN. We have an open position that is perfect for a friendly, outgoing person who likes to meet and talk to new people. You are sure to meet new people and, yes, have a blast with this position. No radio experience? No problem. We're excited to train you. Toss your resume my direction, Jeremy at sandhillsexpress.com. Jeremy at sandhillsexpress.com.
8:22 is your time. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN Radio. Well, I know because it rained, Jeremy, there is a little bit less talk about it being dry and danger of fire and so forth, and that's good. We're glad of that. But we do know that the fire departments that have served us since winter, actually fighting fires in the winter and late winter, going into this spring, have put in a lot of extra time, effort, and put the equipment through a lot. And so the fundraisers that are still going on are just as important, because a lot of this has been depleted, a lot of their maybe energy for one thing, and then of course the fuel costs and equipment that has been used, and so they're still very important. So there's still some fundraisers going on. Of course, Callaway just had their walkathon. They raised nearly $12,000 last Wednesday, which was amazing. And then you still have a chance to make your donation to the Custer County Foundation, which will take donations through Friday of this week. And then they want to disperse the money evenly to all the, I think, 10 different departments. And we talked with Lindsay yesterday, and you'll see it in the story on Sandhills and on the radio newscast, that they're over $51,000 now. So
wow,
that's pretty great. And the Yanagita match is $10,000 of that. So they're over $51,000. But if you'd like to make a donation before Friday, that would be good, because then they're going to close that particular donation down and disperse that. Mackenzie Burnett of Anselmo Myrna High School has placed a donation bucket at the Bruning Bank through Friday of this week. If you want to make a donation there as well, those donations will be split between the Anselmo and Myrna Fire Departments. So those are some of the ongoing donation opportunities for helping our fire departments out, who have been so good in helping us through this dry season. Mark Stock is on the line. We're going to go right to Mark here at 8:24 and find out what he has going on. And I guarantee you, Jeremy, he's got a bunch going on. I want you to listen carefully about the classic car show he's got, or not show, sale that's coming up.
Okay.
You won't want to miss it.
My ears are perked.
All right. Mark Stock, good morning to you. How you doing?
Oh, I tell you what, guys, I am doing fantastic. We got some of this wonderful rain, and now we've got some grass hopefully greening up. And in fact, I'll start off with that, because we have a pretty good sizable list of people who are looking to either rent or purchase some grassland acres for this grazing season. So if you've got a spot that'll handle either 10 cows or 100 cows or any number in between, please call me directly so I can connect you with these folks that are calling us about some grass. My phone number is 402-276-2077. Now we'll talk about that classic car auction that you led in with. And boy, oh boy, you've got a week, folks, to get your cars listed for the sale that we're going to do in June. And we've got cars that are already getting global attention. A Boss 429 with 19,000 miles. It's a 1970. They only made 499 of these cars, and this one is all original. All the numbers match, original paint. It's unbelievable. Same owner who passed away unexpectedly, had a very serious car collection. He's got an El Camino SS that's a rare one. He's got a 69 Camaro that is unbelievable as well. His car collection is phenomenal, and it will be selling in June, as will close to 150 other cars that are currently scheduled to sell on that sale. So If you've got something in your garage that you're kind of proud of, but you haven't driven it around for a while, you need to get a hold of your Big Iron rep and talk to them about getting your car listed and sold. Maybe it's your pickup truck. These Broncos and these Chevy Blazers are real popular right now as well. If you've got one of those, even if it needs to be restored, they are in such huge demand. Get a hold of your area Big Iron rep to participate in those car sales. Now we've got a big sale tomorrow, folks. 1,900 plus items selling on BigIron.com, and vehicles include semi-trucks, service pickups, grain trailers, heavy haul trailers. We got some cattle pots. We got some gooseneck trailers as well. We got some bumper hitch trailers. We got a really nice lineup of campers. If you want to do some camping this year, check out the campers that are selling. Plus, we've got a lot of construction-related equipment. This equipment is scattered all across the Midwest. If you're looking for John Deere excavator, there's a 2018 that machine that's selling that's got around 1,000 hours on it. I believe it's got a hydraulic thumb. We've got John Deere dozers and cat dozers. We've got the pan scrapers. We've got some four-wheel drive tractors that have the scraper hitches on them. That'll pull a couple set of tandem pan scrapers selling on Big Iron. We've got a lot of chemical and spraying equipment as well. In fact, there's a 2021 John Deere 4044R sprayer. It's located in Arkansas. The machine has 463 hours, got the 132-foot carbon booms on them. And this thing here is just like brand new. The same seller has also got a 2014 John Deere utility acreage tractor that's only got like 300 hours on it. It's got a cab, it's got a loader, it's got a 3-point. So if you need something like that, check it all out, because it's hard to find those tractors new coming off the factory lines now as well. Folks, we've also got an outstanding selection of things you can use in your shop. We got GPS equipment selling on BigIron.com, and the list goes on and on and on. We've got a big sale, a retirement sale. Check out this story. Dr. Richard Friedley is in Lyons, Kansas. At age of 63, he decided to retire from his full-time job of a dentist, and he decided to be a farmer. And when he got 93 years of age, he decided it's time for him to retire. And 2 years later, at the age of 95, he is now selling all of the machinery, and he's got equipment that he bought brand spanking new, including a one-owner John Deere 9300 four-wheel drive tractor with like 4,200 hours on it. He put brand new rubber all the way around this tractor just a short time ago, and it's got duals on it, and it's going to sell along with all of his good quality equipment. So that's in Lyons, Kansas, selling on Wednesday here on the Big Iron website. Then we've got a special single seller sale taking place this week as well on the Big Iron website. The sale for Carl and Teresa Leatherwood, this is in Cimarron, Kansas, features 8 different tractors, some Massey Ferguson mechanical front tractors. They've got a big Ford New Holland tractors as well. They've got this New Holland T3 330 or T8 330 that's only got like 2,700 hours. They've got a New Holland windrower, 2 New Holland 7090 round balers that are in like new condition. Just an outstanding lineup of equipment, plus a Peterbilt truck, a tri-axle truck with a grain steel box, and a hoist. That's selling on this Thursday sale on BigIron.com, so check that out. We've got a lot of real estate things that people are talking about as well. So I know we've got a lot of the land that's rented out, but we've got folks that want to sell their farmland this fall, and even some of them want to sell and have scheduled auctions for August. If you want to do that too, maybe you inherited some land as a family and you want to divvy up the land now and get it sold while these prices are super hot and the interest rates are still favorable. Now is the time to get scheduled to do those land auctions or get it listed for sale for private treaty because we've got people looking. There's a lot more people looking than there are selling, so it's an excellent time to get your real estate on the market. We also want to remind everybody next week we've got some livestock selling, and now that it's going to green up a little bit, I think that's going to help out a lot because we had a lot of people worried about culling some cows and calves early. But now we've got people who are changing their tune and saying, I need to put a couple extra animals on my grass. So if you want to buy some livestock, we're going to have a sale next Tuesday. But as we started off here, folks, we've got a lot of people that have got some animals that they'd like to put on some grass, either by buying or renting. Pick up that phone and give me a call if you have some of those situations. And that's kind of what's going on, folks. Just a lot of moving parts with BigIron.com, and we're here to help and serve the public. If you've got any ideas or questions about how Big Iron works, we'd be more than happy to visit with you in person or over the phone. We do a lot of Teams and Zoom meetings as well. We can do that for those folks that have family members or children that are scattered throughout the country. So we can have family meetings real easy right now thanks to the use of the Internet. Our phone number, once again, here, if you've got anything you would like to buy or sell, is 1-800-937-3558.
All right, Mark. Boy, oh boy. We do love when you call in and you talk about all these different areas that you guys are involved in as far as helping people out selling their equipment or cars or cattle or whatever it is, land. It's always fascinating to hear about all the things going on. Your story about the gentleman retiring and keeping on going is pretty cool.
Yeah, he's a wonderful individual, his positive attitude. And that's 95 years young. I mean, he's still going. He is in real good shape, and God bless him. He's done a lot for his community and fixing everybody's teeth, and now he made sure everybody was fed, so he gave them good teeth to grind up all the good food he was producing.
Have a great day, Mark. Appreciate it.
All right, we'll see you later.
Take care. Mark Stock with Big Iron Auction Company, real positive guy. They'll do a positive job for you if you check it out. And take a look at their site and take a look around, see how it works.
Weekdays noon to 5, Saturdays 8:30 to 4:30, and Sundays from 1 until 4. In the greenhouse are the plants, but inside you'll find amazing home decor, antiques, Watkins, Dayspring boxed cards, lawn decor, Nebraska-made items, glazed pottery, crafts, and more. Grab a latte or smoothie and shop. 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north. The Secret Garden.
Happy Mother's Day to all the moms, grandmothers, and mother figures everywhere from Bo Bootery. Also, we want to wish all of the graduates a great big congratulations. Come and see us this week. We're celebrating spring with savings. We've marked 20% off sandals, flip-flops, Sabona magnetic bracelets, purses, and wallets. They're all great gift ideas. Graduates, we wish you much success. Everyone, tell your mom how much you love her. Bo Bootery on the square in Broken Bow.
8:36 is your time. If you're like most people, I think we're all a little bit shocked that Mother's Day is this weekend. It just kind of jumped up on us, I think, coming out of the... it just doesn't seem possible, but here it is, Mother's Day this Sunday.
Yes, this Sunday, and you can treat Mom, Grandma, or your mother figure to Mother's Day at the Bonfire Grill in Broken Bow. They've got a brunch and lunch buffet from 11 a.m. until 4 o'clock this Sunday. They'll have prime rib and ham.
Ooh, nice.
Reservations are recommended for parties of 12 or more, they ask. And, you know, good to show up a little bit early as well. With a special event like this and prime rib and ham on the menu, never know. Could be a pretty good crowd on hand. So go and treat Mom, Grandma, or your mother figure to Mother's Day at the Bonfire Grill in Broken Bow this Sunday.
All right.
Sounds delicious.
Sounds really good. And yes, you're right. There's going to be a lot of people looking for a place to dine, and so a call ahead and get there early would be a great idea. I'm sure they'd appreciate that very much.
I was at the Custer County Court yesterday doing some reporting, and I got to witness kind of the good connection that they have as a workplace there. You know, they're a tight-knit group. They have a lot of fun at their jobs, and they're looking to fill a position, full-time assistant clerk 2 at the Custer County Court in Broken Bow. For detailed posting information and to apply, visit statejobs.nebraska.gov. The deadline to apply is May 9th. They do have a hiring bonus, and this listing is on Sandhills Express's employment page as well, if you'd like to look up that application information. If you want to stop by as well, I'm sure they can give you all that information as well. You can't miss it. It's a big, beautiful brick building sitting right next to Dairy Queen in Broken Bow. Pretty nice place to go to work every day.
Yeah, and there's a lot of experience there, and as you said, they have a good time together. So if you have those skills and you feel like you'd like to be trained to be a part of that team, I know they'd love to have you there, and they've got the experience to help you get started. So,
definitely. Yeah. And speaking of the state of Nebraska, if you like to drive big trucks or work as a team or want a lasting career, you can build a retirement that you can count on with the Nebraska Department of Transportation. They have full job descriptions, or you can apply at statejobs.nebraska.gov as well. Positions include auto diesel mechanic, highway construction technician, and highway maintenance worker at Ansley, Big Springs, Ogallala, North Platte, and Thedford. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer. You can also view these details and more on the employment page of sandhillsexpress.com. Sounds like a pretty good idea to do is just go to statejobs.nebraska.gov and kind of look around a little bit, see what's available out there.
All right. On the other side over here, we have more trending news. I don't know if you saw this one or not or heard about it. Wrangler killed during a rattlesnake roundup show. Did you hear about that one? Yeah. What'd your grandma always say about playing with snakes? Or your grandpa? Well, I don't know about grandpa.
Yeah, he probably encouraged it a little bit.
A veteran snake handler got bit in front of hundreds of people at a rattlesnake roundup near Corpus Christi, Texas.
Wow.
And he died. He managed to make a 20-year career out of messing with snakes for crowds without ever getting bit at all. And when he did get the bite, it was deadly.
Wow. There's always that one. There's always that possibility. Yeah. I'm sure he knew that.
Yeah, he knew the risk. But 20 years without a bite, that's pretty good. I mean, some people that handle snakes get bit and make it. You know, they get...
That's what it must have just traveled really quick, especially if he's performing in town.
Yeah, Corpus
You hear
Christi.
Stories of people getting bit in really, really rural places, and they put a belts around their leg or their arm or something, make it in and
get a
they're
shot.
fine. Yeah. But wow, that's incredible.
You'd think even after that many years of being in that business with snakes all the time, that he might have something available,
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you do it every day, I don't know if that's a business investment you can make, some, fancy shot that can cancel out snake venom, but I feel like it'd be a good one.
Yeah, I would think so. Kind of a little insurance policy there. But maybe he had some health issues or something that didn't help. Yeah. This one I need your help on. This is a Twitter question.
Oh, okay.
So I know that if you get too carried away on Twitter, they can kick you out, right? You can't be on Twitter anymore.
That's kind of the case, with about any social media.
Yeah.
It's just kind of damaging to be a certain way online.
Mr. Musk, has he actually bought the Twitter? Did he get that done?
It's in the process.
Okay.
I think they accepted his offer, but it hasn't completely finished up and gotten completed yet.
Man, that's a little controversial. Well, that's a whole other story. The My Pillow guy, the My Pillow guy?
Yeah.
He was back on Twitter again.
What's he up to?
Well, he got back on Twitter on his own, and 3 hours later, he got banned again. Even though he was banned from Twitter a year ago after posting a bunch of bogus conspiracy theories, Mike Lindell started a new account on Sunday. Apparently, he didn't quite understand how lifetime ban works, and so he thought he could get back on and give it a go, but he lasted 3 hours.
Wow. See, there's all kinds of, a lot of people are like, oh, I don't see why. It's not that hard to not get banned. I've been on Twitter since 2009, have yet to do anything that even would remotely get me. It's not hard.
No. But when you want to use it
just
for
sell your pillows.
Sell your pillows and stay out of politics. Yeah, I don't think he can do that.
Have you ever had a My Pillow?
No, I have not.
Me either.
No, I do know that I do know some people that have. They say they like it. I don't know.
Wasn't he getting into something else as well besides pillows?
Yeah, he's got some new products. Okay. He's back on TV again too.
Oh boy.
Because he pretty well went broke. Getting into politics. I think he really dived in and donated a bunch of money and kind of lost his direction with his pillows. But yeah, he still has My Pillows, but now he has I think some newer ones that are not as expensive maybe, plus some other products, yeah.
The infomercial world.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Is the ShamWow guy still in prison?
I think so. Maybe the My Pillow guy, maybe he's coming up with how they have the spray where you can spray a screen, make a boat out of screens and spray it and then float across the water.
Oh yeah, Flex Seal.
Yeah,
that guy's crazy too.
Yeah, he is. Maybe they can make a My Pillow that way with spray.
The Flex Seal pillow. Team up.
Oh gosh, the Rolling Stones have been around a long, long time, and of course they lost key component of the Rolling Stones, but they're back out again with a new drummer, and I don't think they'll ever quit until they can't play anymore. That's just the way they've been. But they started clear back in the early 60s, and like so many European bands, English bands, they were all big blues fans before anyone in the U.S. realized that a lot of the songs that were getting time on the radio were early blues tunes that bands were picking up and covering. And the Rolling Stones and the Beatles and others from Europe, the British invasion, they were all big Delta blues fans. They followed, blues players from years ahead, and that's how they kind of formed the music. And this is actually a cover that they did of a blues tune and revamped a little bit. The Rolling Stones with Time Is on My Side.
Brewbaker's Coffee House and Gifts.
Why not? They're in Arnold, Nebraska.
Yes. You can't miss them. They've got big letters above their door that just says Brewbaker's, nice and big. Mother's Day and graduation is fast approaching. They have new cards in to celebrate each of those occasions. And remember, fresh flower arrangements are also available. They have beautiful decor to help brighten your space, like spring greenery and flowers, wall hangings, and more. Of course, any of these items I am mentioning would make great gifts too, including gourmet chocolates, art sets like macrame. Is that how you say that? Macrame, and
yeah.
scratch art kits, puzzles, and unique novelty toys for kids. They even have fun electronic gifts like wireless speakers, phone accessories, retro-style speakers, and more. And coffee with a friend is always a good idea. They've got a great selection of coffee. They've often got baked treats as well. They are available any time of the day, and breakfast burritos are a great go-to to curb your hunger. They have a specialty one created daily. Brewbaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold, open Tuesday to Friday 8 to 5 and Saturday 9 until 3.
All right. Let me see if I can find the sound effects for this. It's a very familiar one. Oh, yes. Yes, I can do it. But I got to cut off the first part. I don't want people to think it's turkey time, so I can't use these. I was going to use the turkey for a sound effect, but there's no... Well, I could do this, I guess.
Oh, you got me!
They probably need to do that in D.C. and Washington. There's a crazy turkey loose around the Capitol.
Really?
Yeah, it's chasing people. Wild turkey attacking people in Washington.
There's all kinds of animals going crazy right now.
Antisocial turkey. Attacking
That's
people.
The worst kind.
Yeah. A half dozen government agencies are trying to catch him. He's so territorial that he's pecked and clawed about 15 tourists, joggers, and bikers near the park about a mile from the Capitol building. Cops admit it's kind of funny, but it hasn't, that's what it says.
You kind of get really into the chase and then kind of have to step back and think, man, what are we doing here?
Yeah. Excuse me. Cops admit that it's funny, but it hasn't stopped the Parks Department, Animal Control, and even the Department of Energy and Environment from trying to catch him. Your government dollars at work.
Trying to catch the turkey.
Yeah.
I had recently saw a video of a donkey. I think it was down in Texas. A donkey was attacking somebody.
Well, they can be aggressive. You know what's the most aggressive animal I've ever been around with hooves? Is a llama.
Llamas.
Oh, man.
Man, I got sniped by some llama spit one time at a petting zoo. And I tell you what, they mean business.
They are a little bit, yeah.
They got that long neck. They're
strong,
You
too.
underestimate that. They'll whip that neck over there, and
Yeah, I run into one where I was trying to get from one point to another.
It just sounds like we run into a llama in a dark alley. I came across a llama one time. Oh, it was horrible.
Yeah. No, it was actually in a pasture.
Yeah.
And I needed to get to another place in the pasture. And I finally ended up getting in the back of having the driver drive me through the gate, and I had a pole, and that way I could keep him away. I mean, he was aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
But if you've ever had an incident with a llama, we should probably collect stories on llama incidents.
We could. There's a few around.
Yeah. I don't think all of them are that way. I think the males are especially aggressive, depending on what's going on, for dating and all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't get into an alley with a llama who is chasing his girlfriend. Let's just put it that way.
Probably won't go well.
You don't want to be there.
No.
Call Custer Electric and Irrigation. They can tackle that well motor rewinding too. If you're looking for the only business in the area that can take on your electrical, ag, and irrigation needs with one phone call or handshake, you've found it. Your friends at Custer Electric and Irrigation look forward to partnering with you. Call today at 872-7786, follow them on Facebook, or visit custerei.com. Custer Electric and Irrigation. Experience the difference.
37 degrees outside here at Broken Bow, Nebraska, under a cloudy sky. Winds out of the north beginning to pick up a little bit now at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Barometric pressure is level at 30.08, humidity at 88%. High temperature yesterday 39, overnight low of 31, currently 37, and again 78 hundredths precipitation in the rain gauge this morning from 7 o'clock yesterday morning. There was some smaller amounts measured the 2 days before that, so we're at 90 hundredths for the month and 3 inches and 24 hundredths precipitation total since the rains began last Friday. Thanks to Custer Electric and Irrigation for bringing our folks the weather and news at 9 this morning. Good to have you along, Jeremy Shipe and Dave Burney with you here as Brent is off today. Well, you ever heard of a helicopter caught a returning rocket in midair?
It caught it?
Yeah. They've already got a rocket booster that returns to Earth and lands by themselves.
Oh.
But a space company in New Zealand designed one that can be caught by a helicopter.
Interesting.
Yeah. The used rocket fell towards the Pacific Ocean. You know, usually the rocket will fall into the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
They've developed one and successfully tested it on Monday, deployed a parachute, and then was snagged by a passing helicopter with a designed hook. The chopper hauled it in, and it didn't even have to go into the water.
Nice.
So
Well, they've always said that's the ultimate goal, save a lot of money.
Yeah, and reuse.
Be able to reuse those.
What do you think about this private sector going to space back and forth?
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Imagine having so much money you could be right up there with NASA, developing items to go to space.
I understand free enterprise, and I understand that if you have a lot of money, you can do whatever you want to do. But I know it'd be a thrill to go up into space and take a quick look and come back down to Earth. I mean,
what I always say, you know, a lot of people are like, gosh, why would you spend your money that way? Why would you do this or that when it comes to big purchases? But what I always say is, you know, when you have that much money, we're talking billions with a B, you're just on a completely different scale.
Yeah, I just would like, rather than whatever it took to get, say, Elon Musk up and back, if he would have, used it for some other cause. But that's just, you have that pull. But none of us are rich enough to know what that feels like. So,
yeah, us going and getting a super nice gourmet burger at a fancy place for $30 or $40 is like them going to, just a fast food,
Yeah,
it's uncomparable, and that's even a horrible comparison there.
Yeah, it is, but it's the best we can do, right?
Yeah.
So we'll play this one for you and bring our next guests in. Jeremy Shipe, Dave Burney, Jody, Jessica, how you doing?
Good.
Everybody good from Off-Broadway Apartments in Broken Bow, Nebraska, the tallest building in the city. Did you realize that, Jeremy?
I did not.
Yeah. They got an elevator.
Oh, there's not many elevators.
There was a time in the history of this community, the only elevator that existed that I was aware of, and I think this is correct, was up at the Broken Bow Hospital when it was located where the Broken Bow High Rise is. They had an elevator. I think it was the only elevator in town.
Wow.
Yeah. Then later on, Arrow Hotel put in an elevator. Is there any others? Oh, the hospital has an elevator.
I'm sure
St. Joseph's has one too.
St. Joseph's has one.
And Off-Broadway has one.
Presbyterian Church has one. I do know that.
I'm sure a couple of the other multi-level hotels have them, I would guess.
They might. I don't know.
Cobblestone does.
They do?
Mm-hmm.
They have an elevator?
I think they'd
they
have
don't.
to.
Yes.
Well, they got stairs, don't they?
Well, yeah.
That is what's wrong with this country. That's what's wrong with our... We need to exercise.
Yeah?
Although sometimes you just, especially if you're carrying luggage and things, and in your case, materials and stuff up and down, you need an elevator, don't you?
Our elevator is wonderful. We move a lot of people up and down those elevators when people move in.
They're nice and big, too.
Yes, they are. We have a nice one.
I agree. Jody, how do you feel about that? I thought so.
Yeah.
Jody has been up since midnight working at Off-Broadway, Jeremy. She's a little tuckered out, so we'll be nice to her.
Okay.
Thank you.
We'll try to be nice to you anyway, Jody.
Okay.
So beyond the elevator, let's talk about what's going on up and down the halls of Off-Broadway. You've got a lot of things going on. I know you're looking for some help. We need to talk about that as well, so jump right in.
Well, we do have a new screening process in our entryway, which is really nice. It makes it easier and faster for our visitors to check in. So it's a brand new system that we just started. So that will be very helpful for our visitors that come.
Is that electronic sort of thing?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, it's all electronic. Yep. And it's super nice and very easy to use. We do have a few apartments available.
Mm-hmm.
Just call and see what's available. There's a process that we have to go through, but it's pretty painless. We just got to go through the process, unfortunately.
Sure.
It's just the way life is, just to make sure that all the information is done before moving. And they are going fast. We still have a move-in special.
All right.
So call Jody and talk to her about those details.
How long does that last, or is it just kind of an ongoing thing?
It's an ongoing, we kind of change things up.
Sure.
So we do have some full-time positions available, med aid, dietary manager, activity director available. Just call and ask for Audrey or Jody when it comes to the activity and dietary.
All right.
We do have some benefits, a sign-on bonus, free vision, dental, life, a free membership to the Click, healthcare for qualifying employees.
Oh, nice.
Yep, and then we do have some part-time dietary aid. Just call Jody and ask her. We are continually busy. We're doing a Mother's Day tea on Friday for our mothers and residents there.
Okay.
So I'm pretty excited for that. We have a lot of activities that go on throughout the day. We keep pretty busy.
And the spacious dining room, you can have some functions like that, the teas and so forth. And
absolutely, yep.
Do you have people come in since COVID? I know COVID kind of put a crook in things, but do you still have anybody that can come in and play the piano and play music?
Yeah, we can. It's just that, they need to call ahead and let us know, and so we can prepare. And yep, we had bells the other night.
Oh, good.
Last Wednesday night, we had the bell choir. I think it's a bunch of different people throughout the community that comes in, and they came at 6 o'clock at night and entertained our residents the other night. So that was pretty cool. The residents absolutely loved that. So thank you.
And if you're out there listening and you play the keyboard and sing, maybe you haven't done anything for a while. What's that, Jody?
No singing.
due to COVID, we can't sing.
Oh, you can't sing?
No.
Wow. Still under that rule.
Yeah,
Well, I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, we have some restrictions, but like the bells or visiting, we can do that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So, yep.
So they could play the keyboard, but they just couldn't sing.
Right. That's correct.
That's good to know. I wouldn't have thought of that.
Well, that doesn't cut me out because I can't sing or play the keyboard. So,
but you can visit, can't you?
oh yeah,
We can visit.
Yeah.
There you go.
We could play one bell.
Yeah, we'll have so many people come down for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some things we forget because of the health restrictions or health guidelines that you guys have to follow. I apologize for that.
Yeah, no. No. Yeah, we just have to follow. We just get told what we can do, and
Yeah.
that's one of the rules, unfortunately. Hopefully someday, but not right now.
Yeah. Well, it's most of us I think are okay with that if it keeps everybody, one person from getting sick. It's an okay deal.
Yeah, and we want people to be able to come in and visit. So so we just follow the guidelines.
Okay. Because looking back, when people couldn't come in and visit their loved ones, that was the worst, wasn't it?
Sad.
Yeah. So we don't want to go back to that again. So
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly. But they sure can play the piano. If
Okay.
they know how to play the piano or have a little activity, they could give us a call and we can discuss it. Jody can let them know if they can do it or not.
Yeah.
So
The best that Jeremy and I could probably do would be set up a little DJ stand and play music, because neither one of us can sing.
we did. Jody did fantastic. The other day we had birthday parties for April, and she got her we have a little karaoke machine.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, so she put on we did some Johnny Cash, and so we put on her phone, and it was super nice. It was they were sure dancing and swaying. It was a lot of fun, a lot of smiles.
Good. That all happens in, that nice dining area that you have.
Exactly.
And then, of course, the kitchen is adjacent to that. And then the other side of the kitchen, as I remember, is where you get your ice cream, right?
Yep, ice cream. It's a little cafeteria, just a little, it's got coffee, a lot of coffee ladies. They do a lot of coffee talks there. So, yeah.
You can just stop in. Well, I guess if you were visiting and you wanted a little smaller area, you just go in there and sit down and have some ice cream or coffee.
Sure. And we also do have the library on second floor. And then we have on third floor a big area that you can have a little family events, that people can come in. That's where they did the bells. So it was super nice. Yeah.
Okay. And you exercise up in that area
Yep.
too, right?
Yep. Exercise on third floor every day.
Okay. And that's not mandatory.
Oh, no.
Right.
For you, it probably would be.
I was going to say. And down is that the floor that I call it a hot tub. That's not the right description.
Whirlpool?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's on that floor.
Yep.
You should see that thing, Jeremy.
Oh my
That
goodness.
is like a Cadillac of whirlpools.
It's absolutely phenomenal.
Wow.
I think it would be hard to get out of it. I don't mean physically. I just mean once you got in, you wouldn't want to get
Just
out.
stay forever.
Yeah.
It's a luxury they get.
Yeah.
So
Well,
very, very fortunate.
Very much so. That's really nice. So you've got a tea coming up on Friday. Of course, Mother's Day is on Sunday, and people probably will be in visiting and so forth, which is great. That's all good, right?
Yep, they just need to check in.
Check in.
Do
With
the
the new-
process with the new process. Yep.
New gadget. All right.
Yep.
I was in Lincoln visiting a friend and used something I think probably like that. It really is handy.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's nice.
Yeah. So maybe I'll come down and check in and see if it's the same.
Absolutely, we would love to have you.
All right. Anything else that you guys wanted to mention? I wouldn't mind if you went through those jobs openings again, if anything else along with that.
So we have med aides, and then we have a dietary manager, and then we also have activities director, and then we have part-time kitchen dietary help aide.
All right. And then as far as rooms available, you have 1 and 2 bedrooms or?
Yep, we have 1 2-bedroom that's available.
1 2-bedroom.
Yep, and then we have a few studios and a few 1-bedroom apartments. Yep.
Okay. And remember, folks, as over the years that we've talked about availability here, you can take a tour. You can come and visit with you guys about what arrangements can be made. And then before they move in, they're going to walk into a freshly painted all fixed up and ready to
Yes.
go, right?
Yes, we're updating all the time. New carpet, new paint, new appliances. We update it on a regular basis.
Come and go as you please. If you drive, you can still drive. Otherwise, you can be picked up and taken to where you want to go.
Yep.
You don't have to scoop the walk. You don't have to mow the lawn. Any of those sorts of things. Worry about the gutters full of leaves.
Nope.
But you can go out and sit at the gazebo and enjoy the outdoors too.
Absolutely. We have transportation that you can get used throughout the month, as well as you can have your family pick you up. We just ask that you check in and out so, we know where, for safety.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay. All right. Did we cover everything you wanted to talk about?
Yes.
Okay. Are you coming back
Yes,
to see
we
us?
are.
Okay. That makes me feel better. I feel like sometimes you've had it with me, and I guess maybe I don't blame you for that.
Oh, geez. Takes a lot more than that.
No, love having you guys come in. It's great to have a facility like the one that you have. There's all sorts of great facilities out there for different stages that people are in.
Sure.
But yours is one of the best around, is for folks who are still active and want to come and go as they please, but be taken care of at the same time.
Yeah, we have amazing staff and we have amazing residents. Come and join our family.
All right. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We'll be back right after these words on The Breakfast Show.
Our moms, grandmas, and mother figures deserve all kinds of thanks this Mother's Day. Don't panic about what to get. Talk to Scott at Geared for Sports in Broken Bow. All women's apparel is 25% off this week. Geared for Sports has brands of reliable sportswear apparel that mom will love, from hoodies down to socks. Scott still has a nice selection of Husker wear she'll love too. Geared for Sports, visit them on the west side of the square in Broken Bow.
Get the used equipment you need now. Purple Wave Auction sells hundreds of pieces of heavy equipment each week at no reserve auction. Items are selling in your area now. Bidding is simple. Visit purplewave.com to get started. Purple Wave Auction. Straight, simple, sold.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 866-88-BIBLE. That's 866-88-BIBLE. 866-88-BIBLE.
9:24 is our time. We want to talk a little bit about Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, and I'll just jump in first and let you know that they have offices in several locations, but here in our area would be Callaway and Broken Bow, as they are now teamed up and have purchased the Troxel insurance. But Tim is still there to take care of you, and we'll talk about that in a moment. Looks like they need to expand there a little bit, but they'll talk to you about any kind of insurances that you are maybe needing, from ag to equipment to pivots to health insurance to house insurance, automobile, boat insurance, motorcycle insurance, whatever needs to be covered. Chip and Liana will be able to talk to you about it and fit that insurance policy to your needs. That's what they love to do, and they'd love to do that either here in Broken Bow, downtown Broken Bow, or in Callaway, or you can call them. I know they're very able to Zoom and do all the things if you want to have a meeting that way and not travel, or if you're listening from out of Broken Bow and you don't want to travel, just contact them, look at their website, get hooked up with them, and they'll take care of you. Now, they are growing. They have offices in other locations in Nebraska, and here in Custer County, they're needing a little help.
Yeah, they're looking for an energetic, results-oriented agent in their Broken Bow office. An insurance license and or experience is a plus, but not required. They will pay to get you licensed and trained. Computer and people skills are a must. They require a high school diploma or GED, enthusiastic relationship-building people, the ability to multitask, organize, and prioritize, results-oriented with a strong sense of initiative and urgency, flexible, objective, and professional. You must be capable of communicating effectively with a variety of personality styles, and you need to be willing to be active in the community with a strong service orientation. Call Liana at 836-2201. They are in Broken Bow, hiring in that office. Would love to have you on their team.
All right, thank you very much. Quick timeout.
Husker fans remember the moment on November 11th, 1978, a day when the Cornhuskers came together to achieve a victory few thought possible. Now, Republican Jim Pillen is running for governor to win for Nebraska again. And Pillen's got a playbook. Tackle out-of-control property taxes, blitz big government mandates, block liberal ideologies like critical race theory from our classrooms, keep more of our kids here with great job opportunities, fight illegal immigration, defend agriculture, back the blue, end abortion, and grow our economy. The Pillen Playbook.
I'm Republican Jim Pillen. There's no place like Nebraska, and working together, we will keep it great for all our kids and grandkids. I'd be honored to earn your vote.
Jim Pillen, Christian Cornhusker conservative for governor.
Paid for by Jim Pillen for governor.
9:27. Anything else we need to take care of, Jeremy, business-wise here?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Do want to let you know, and you were just talking about it, we haven't had I know people think we're busy with political advertising, but we really haven't been. I think Senator Williams has actually made a direct purchase with us for advertising. Other than that, to this point, and I know the salespeople have been contacting some folks here locally, but I know everybody thinks we're running all these political ads and we've got all this advertising going through the station. Well, it goes over the airwaves, but it comes through the Roundfield network. They've pretty well taken over the Nebraska races as far as advertising, and so they're the ones who are running those ads, and we are not, but we are obligated to run them for the news that we get, basically.
Yep. In order to pass along markets and things like that, we have those that come in as a result of that, and it's kind of a trade sort of situation. So no money is exchanged.
Nope. And there are some broadcasters out there who won't team up with a network because it makes them upset because they're not receiving the business. But it really, there's a lot of political ads on our station, but we're not running them. The network is what we're saying. But that said, Senator Williams has been in contact with us, and he has come to the end of his career as a senator, unless he waits a while and returns to Lincoln or does something else. He is running for another office, but Senator Williams is coming in on Friday to talk to us in the 9 o'clock hour about the last 8 years that he has served this district. Now, it's a little bit different now since they changed the districts up, but we are going to...
Probably about 7.5 years or so.
Yeah, and still, he's still serving this area even though they changed the district. And then when we get past this point in time, we'll be talking to other representatives from our district, and we'll be doing that. But Senator Williams is going to come in on Friday and just sit down and visit about what he has experienced in the last 8 years as a senator in the unicameral in Lincoln. And he'll follow Rick Nelson, who will be in at 8:30. So that's kind of looking ahead. 8:30, Custer Public Power, and then 9 o'clock, Senator Williams will be in. And then you also have a interview that will be airing on KCNI tomorrow. And this is part of what we've done over the years, offered 10 minutes to candidates in the primary or general, whichever they choose, at no charge on our part. And we do have a candidate that you're going to be putting in for tomorrow.
Yeah, end of last week, recorded a spot with Kathy Wilmot, who is running for the Board of Regents in District 7. And that is going to play tomorrow after the 2 o'clock news over on KCNI. And that's pretty much a 10-minute or less question and answer session where we ask the same question of all the candidates that want to take advantage of that free time from us here at KCNI KBBN to talk about themselves and why they believe you should vote for them. So it's not really so much an interview. I'll be honest, it's kind of awkward because you just we ask the questions and then let them talk and then ask the next question. We don't make it conversational so as to make it even for any candidate that wants to come in and do that question and answer session. But hers is going to play tomorrow, 2 o'clock after the news on KCNI.
All right. We've been doing that for a number of years, and we may get a couple of more, although time is running out. The primary is coming up here shortly. So, get yourself educated and get ready to vote. Let's see. Is there anything else? I think that's... yes.
Christy. Oh, check my phone.
Check the phone.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. We've got the live read for Prairie Grounds. Their May featured drinks. There's the butternut latte with butterscotch and hazelnut, the German chocolate cake frappe with mocha sauce, caramel, and coconut, the raspberry nougat iced coffee, a 24-hour cold brew, white chocolate sauce and raspberry, and they also have Italian soda flavors including blueberry, cherry, lime, orange, passion fruit, peach, raspberry, and strawberry, and cafe au lait. Ask about their flavored coffee of the day as well throughout the month of May at Prairie Grounds in Broken Bow. Also, worth mentioning throughout the month of May, it is Beef Month.
Right on.
And we've got a new promotion that's starting up, and you just need to listen during the breakfast show. And here on the breakfast show, the guys can play the song Meat and Potato Man by Alan Jackson, and that is basically your cue to call at any point that you hear that here on the breakfast show throughout the month of May, and you'll get signed up for our Beef Month bundle, which includes an 8-pound prime rib roast and 2 bottles of wine. You just need to be 21 years of age or older and able to pick that up here at our studios.
All right. Today on KCNI KBBN, we will be saluting more Broken Bow seniors on both stations, so be sure and listen for that. And in the meantime, we just want you to enjoy the day, enjoy the rain that has already fallen, and get ready for some more. Jeremy, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Yep, you're welcome.
That concludes the breakfast show for this Tuesday. Have a good one.